Today's 1-minute lesson is about disk cleanup and defrag. Have you ever cleaned up and defragged your computer storage disk? Cleaning up your computer storage disk is a routine maintenance task and a good habit that can help your computer run faster and maximize usage of the storage space that your disk provides. You should clean up your disk at least every month. Usually a good time to clean up is just after your routine automatic monthly operating system updates have been installed. For Microsoft Windows, this occurs on Patch Tuesday, the second Tuesday every month when Microsoft traditionally sends out operating system updates and patches. You can perform this task at any time. If you keep to a regular schedule, it will actually take less time to perform than if you wait 2 or 5 years to clean up your storage disk. So what does cleanup do? Cleaning up your computer disk gets rid of all the unnecessary files which accumulate as a result of normal computer use. Files left over from operating system updates are the biggest disk space hog, but also temporary internet files, Windows error report files, old virus update files, downloaded program files, device driver packages, and temporary files of all sorts take up disk space unnecessarily and slow down your computer. How to do it? There are several ways to perform this disk cleanup task. I'm going to show you the most straightforward way that I know of. Start by clicking on the file folder which is down on your taskbar. Locate your boot drive C. This is where all your operating system files are installed and where all the unnecessary files accumulate. Right-click and go down to the bottom and select Properties. Okay, I'm going to close this window and leave this Properties window open because we'll come back to it again later. Notice the Disk Cleanup button? Sounds like a good thing to click on for disk cleanup. Disk Cleanup will display another window over here with a list of unnecessarily file types and checkboxes with the total disk space you can gain summed up at the bottom of the column. It looks like 1.35 gigabytes so far could be cleaned up with all of these files. Notice the Cleanup System Files button here. Click on that and you'll find additional system files that can be cleaned up. It's taking a little while because there's a lot of cleanup possibilities. Wow, the total disk space that we can potentially save by including system files has jumped from 1 gigabyte to over 7 gigabytes. Make sure that there's a check mark in the box by each file type with a non-zero size. So, 6 gigs, this 15 megs. Downloaded program files, I don't have any, so that's unchecked. Temporary internet files, window error report, DirectX shader cache, there's 0 there, so I'm going to uncheck that box. Delivery optimization files, there's something there. There's several here that don't have anything to clean up, so I'm going to leave those boxes unchecked. Temporary files, Windows installation files, and thumbnails. 1 gig of thumbnails. So make sure that there's a check mark in the box by each file type with a non-zero size. This will make sure that the files in this category will get cleaned up. You can even uncheck the file categories with 0 storage since there's nothing there to clean up. Once you've all the non-zero boxes checked, click on OK to run the cleanup operation. Do you want to permanently delete these files? I do. Say yes, delete files. Now it will be off and running. This cleanup operation can take from a few seconds or a couple of minutes for a modern solid-state disk to several hours for an old-style spinning electromechanical magnetic hard disk. So we're going to let this finish, and I'm probably going to cut out some of this time as we watch it clean up, but we'll kind of keep track of it. It's been about 30 seconds so far. But cleaning up the Windows updates is going to take a while because if you remember the list, there were 6 gigabytes of Windows update files to clean up. Okay, the cleanup is now done, and it's time to finish the job by defragmenting the drive. That cleanup operation took about 3.5 minutes. Defragging the drive is also called trimming or optimization for solid-state drives. This step cleans up all the unused space on the drive and organizes it together for maximum read and write efficiency. Most of the time, this is set to occur by default automatically on a weekly schedule, but you can initiate it manually at any time. So now we're back to the Properties box. We're going to click on the Tools tab and go down here to the Optimize button. Click on the Optimize button and then select the boot drive and click on Optimize. See, this one is being trimmed, and that's it. It only takes a few seconds for a solid-state drive, but it can take several hours and multiple passes for an old-style spinning electromechanical magnetic hard disk. Pat yourself on the back for a cleanup task well done, and make a resolution to do it again next month. And that's your 1-minute lesson for today.